Basketball game. I mean, hats off to Butler. They did to us what nobody's been able to do all season long. Their efficiency from the three-point line, 6 different guys making threes, most of them with, I think all of them were 50% or better, except for Brooks, who was 40%. So some ways we got beat at our own game. We kind of matched them points in the paint, but, made some mistakes at times on shooters, fouled a couple three-point shooters, which you can't do. And then, some poor execution at the end of the half that's on me. We probably went a couple seconds early on that. Steven shots in and out, and then they hit one of the buzzers. So it's a huge 6-point swing if that ball goes through the net. So, but we got beat by a team that played really, really well tonight, and we have to tip our hats to them. Anybody can come in here and score 99 points against us on our home floor. Played pretty darn well.
Questions for the student athletes first.
Yeah, for either guy, 91 points on threes and paint touches. Like, how hard were they to corral tonight, especially once they kind of got going early?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of our preparation, a lot of it is about making somebody miss, right? And I felt like tonight there was opportunities where we could have maybe put a little bit more pressure to make them miss, and they were in a rhythm, they were comfortable, and like Coach just said, you got to tip your cap to a team that can shoot it that well, and I felt like there were some great individual plays, and then at the same time, I felt like on our defensive side, there's a lot of great multiple efforts that we were making, and a lot of great contests. I mean, I can think in my mind of the fadeaways that Baylor was contesting with 2 hands in his face, and they were just going in tonight, and so it was definitely tough to corral them, and they played really, really well.
Baylor kind of on that same note, I think St. John's had kind of hit tough shots like that. Providence did the same thing here. Did it feel like no matter how smothered your coverage was that the shots were just falling for Butler?
Yeah, I mean, they made some tough shots. We gave them a few, but they made a lot of tough shots as well. So like they said, you got to tip your cap to them. At the end of the day, if guys are going to shoot 15-foot fadeaways with the contest, like we're going to live with it. And, he made shots tonight, so tip your cap to him.
Normally, teams don't get off 22 threes against you guys. 24, I guess, if you fouls. Like, for them to have that level of efficiency, what do you think they did well to kind of open up a part of your defense that doesn't usually give up that spot?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they, hit a few tough ones for sure with guys in the face, and then they did a good job of, running their actions with pace. And a couple times, we had switched and we didn't get out there on the switch, and they knocked it down and, hit a 40-footer at halftime, and so everything.
To either one of you, even though it was tough to get stops, Bello gets a couple defensive plays there that gives you guys the opportunity. What does he do for you, and how big is that in that moment twice when he does that?
Mm-hmm. Bello's huge for us. He always is the guy that you can rely on to bring a spark, to bring a change of energy, and to bring that juice for us. And he's an everyday guy, and to be able to be in those moments and pressure the ball and give us 2 opportunities like that was something that we needed in those moments. And that's the type of guy that Bello is. You can always trust him to step up in big moments, and he did that tonight for sure in those 2 moments.
2 more for the guys.
Both of you played big-time minutes tonight. You've played a lot of minutes throughout the last several games. How much of that is mental and how much of that is the physical preparation?
I mean, at the end of the day, we love to play basketball, and, we're going to be out there every minute we can and compete. And, Coach trusts us a lot to be out there. And at this point, we're pretty used to the heavy minutes, and that's nothing to use as an excuse for anything.
Forgive me for asking the dumbest question you're going to get all year, but what's it like, even though you lost, to play in a game with that much high-level shot-making back to it? Felt like it was just punch for punch the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking with Mitch Ballack in the locker room, and we were talking about just, like you said, the level of shot making on both sides. And, Coach Mack talked about it. The film will tell us, how much was it good shot making and how much was it defensive lapses. So, we got to get ready for Providence, and we'll get in the film room and practice for tomorrow and get better. So,
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.